And these two teams really get it done on the offensive end. Grant, how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coach.
Antonio ends up going with a new group, and the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Towns. Smith, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Noel in for Conley. On the court for the Timberwolves. They've got Kyle Anderson, Jalen Noel out there with Smith. Then there's Edwards, and it's Reed in at the 5. And he drops a first. And Spurs coach Greg Popovich last season moving into first all-time for coaching wins, Grant.
That's right, B.A. I mean, all those wins coming with one organization, the Spurs. Now, when he hangs up his whistle, he'll be in the conversation for the greatest coach in NBA history.
Fires the 3. Minnesota with a rebound. Last time they met in Minneapolis.
In their last game against this opponent, they secured the win because their second unit really stepped up.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
Here's Graham, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
Something you can't put a price tag on. The Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience. Young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
First one falls for him. So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
And I love the way he played downhill on that drive. Love the attack mentality in a close game. Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
I mean, there are some great guys in this league. Coach Greg Popovich sticks out. Just a tremendous person. I loved competing against his teams.
Coach Pop, the NBA all-time leader in wins. Any memories facing off with his Spurs?
Well, I always knew that his teams would play hard, they'd be prepared, they played the right way. And, of course, they exemplified the toughness and character of their leader, Coach Pop. No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Spurs have gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Right wing. Pass to Mamukelashvili. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
San Antonio trailing here. Here's Mamukelashvili. And here's Graham. Over to the wing. Offline with a 3. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 14 and looking in control. Smith passes to Anderson. Back to Smith. The 3 hits the trifecta. And now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead. Part of MP's appeal when he was drafted was his potential to be a leader, a role his team hopes he'll grow into.
Yeah, you heard that about him back in college, that the locker room looked to him. I could definitely see that translating to the league over time.
Here's Mamukelashvili. Anderson covers. Just 5 to shoot. Graham for 3. Anderson pulls it down. The Timberwolves have got 8 of 15 shots to go. Pass to Noel. Now here's Smith. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Well, the Spurs shooting just 38% so far in this one. Graham against Smith. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Here's Bates Diop. Shot to end the cold streak. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Smith outside. And a nice finish on the layup. Smith's got 15.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
Back to Graham. To the right side. Here's Mamukelashvili. Offensive board.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Back to Smith. Three-pointer. And another three from Minnesota.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
And the Spurs with possession here. They trail by 9. Here's Bates Diop. The shot, no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Coming into this, having notched to win against the Lakers in their last game.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
Noel. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Pass to Birch. To halt the run. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Reed's got his 5th rebound in this one.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Again, the miss by the Spurs.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Smith. Rebound San Antonio. Right side Graham. Jacks up a 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Minnesota in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Back after this. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves. What do you think, guys?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
So for Minnesota right now, Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Smith, and it's Edwards in at the 3, the small forward.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
Vassell passes to Graham. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Towns. Back to Smith. It's tipped. Now here's Vassell. Tightly guarded. Bates Diop. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Bates Diop's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
That was a prayer. All luck getting that one to go.
Smith against Graham. Here's Alexander Walker. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Smith. That one goes. Count it. Smith's got 24 points.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And that replay showed how sensational that drive truly was.
I love it. Making their own luck. You don't want to let off the gas with the lead. Continue to make things happen. They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
No good there with a step-back J. San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. To the paint. Here's Vassell. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Smith with it. He's picked up by Vassell. Nice D from Vassell.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Still looking for his first make, and they could really use the help right now.
Vassell against Smith. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Spurs have gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great. Knocks down the triple. 5 points in the game.
Nice pass from the point guard, Graham there. Loves getting the ball over to his open teammates.
On the wing, Alexander Walker. The 3 is up. Counted from distance. Alexander Walker's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. For San Antonio, they've got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Graham for 3. No good that time. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Smith with it, and it's Graham picking him up. Smith passes to Towns. Inside. And there's Smith. That one's good. On the assist by Edwards.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Commissioner Silver's open to change. He said, quote, "We're not beholden to pure tradition. We care a lot about it, but all the factors I think about when we talk about changing the rules, I'm less concerned about that. We should live in the present, be respectful of those records, but also be willing to adjust when it makes sense." PA?
All right, thanks, Allie.
Putting up a goose egg bagel this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
For 3, Smith. It doesn't go for him. San Antonio goes the other way with it.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Oh, that was nasty. A 2-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. It's early in the season, but we're already seeing some teams fall short of expectations. Grant, what do these teams need to do to get back on track?
Well, first,
The Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Outside Graham. Rebound Minnesota.
You know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They've put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
And for San Antonio, they're shooting a low 28% so far in this one. Graham for 3. Offensive rebound. Nice D from Reed.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Smith outside. Launches it. Drains the triple. Smith's got 11 points in the quarter.
Boy, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Jones in the post. Anderson covers. Graham for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Prince has got 4 rebounds now.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Out to the wing. Will it go? The shot no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. Smith against Graham. A nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 35.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And that one's good.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Misses the corner 3. From deep. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And through.
Spurs 34. The Timberwolves 71.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's Smith. We've got Doug McDermott, and it's Bassey in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with.
Yeah, more points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Back to Vassell. Here's McDermott. Towns with a rebound.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Smith against Jones. From the wing. Rebound San Antonio. Vassell's got 5 rebounds in the game. Outside Jones. McDermott outside. Shot clock at 6. Over Gobert. Misses off the right iron.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
Here's Smith. The shot won't fall. Nice D from Vassell. Edwards against McDermott. Down low. Outside Jones. Pass to McDermott. Parked it down low. that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Conley's checked in for the Timberwolves. And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
Such great timing, defensive awareness, too. When you
Substitution on
Tight
the court.
defense on him. Now here's Jones. He has 7. Stolen by Reed. Smith inside. Graham covering. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Smith's got 41.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They've got to tighten it up.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Anderson finds Smith. Pass to Noel. Smith against Graham. 6 to shoot. The 3 is up. A nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 7 points for the quarter.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
San Antonio's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Left side Jones to the wing, right side. Releases. Prince grabs the miss. Prince has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
And the Spurs shooting a disappointing 38%. Outside Jones.
2 minutes
Out to the right
remaining
wing.
in the third.
Fires it. Hands it from the wing. 13 points in the game. And for Minnesota, they're shooting around 52% since the start of the third. Smith passes to Anderson. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Ball violation. Jump ball call.
And the Spurs with possession here. On offense, here is San Antonio. Pass to Bates Diop. Outside Jones. From 9 feet out. Keeps it alive. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Now here's Anderson. 1:05 left in the third. A nice shot by Smith.
Getting buckets at a critical time. Just give him the ball and let him go to work.
59 seconds left in the third. To the inside. Massey, good.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Pass to Smith. Here's Noel. Back to Smith. And Minnesota again with a bucket.
Great job setting him up. The timing of the pass was key.
San Antonio's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Outside Jones. Out to the right wing. Rebound Minnesota. Here's Smith. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Devontae Graham.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
Both teams will make substitutions. Both good from the line that time. 15 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Here's Anderson. Count that bucket.
Kyle Anderson.
Anderson's got his first basket.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Three-pointer. Misses. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. All right, we'll get back to the action. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just
Substitution
Changes
on
for
court.
Minnesota. Rivers is checked in for Anderson, and it's Smith in for Noel. On the court for the Timberwolves, Torian Prince is out there with Austin Rivers. Then it's Smith. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Knight in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
you know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And also the number of points they've scored in the paint has been impressive. His coaching staff encouraging them to keep going inside.
Back to Jones. Looking to end the drought. Here's Jang. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass.
And, you know, we all know about Jang's high motor. Defensively, you can't just let him float around the glass. You've got to get a body on him.
Pass to Alexander-Walker. Up top, Smith. Defended by Jones. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision?
Yeah, you know, I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a competitor, you want to make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, test at the rim when you feel that you can. But when someone like a Vince Carter in the midst of Vinsanity, that's when you make a business decision, and that's a smart decision.
And Minnesota calls time here, and we've heard the cautionary tales in the past. Does it seem like players today are getting better financial advice, in your opinion, Grant, to make their money last?
Yeah, B.A., I think they're getting better financial advice, but I also think that the times that we're in, I think there's more awareness. Players understand the pitfalls or potential setbacks. The social media, digital age, all the information's there. So players today, yes, they're making more money, and I actually think they're doing a better job of protecting and saving their money, too.
Langford's checked in for San Antonio. The first one falls, and as the NBA becomes an increasingly global game, Grant, there's a component of international relations that has to come into it. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, it can be tricky. I mean, it's a challenge. You have to respect people's cultures and way of doing business. But yes, the game, I believe, also can play a role in bringing cultures in different countries together over the love of the game of basketball.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Up until that play, his ball handling had been impeccable. He's given it up just one time.
Minnesota's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. On the wing, Rivers. Back to Smith. Pass to Rivers. Smith outside. Fires the 3. Sinks it from distance. Smith's got 58.
Making his mark from long range today. That's his second triple of the half, his fifth overall.
The Spurs have gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. And he gets that one.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
Here's Jones. Basket's good.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Smith. And another one. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Pass to Jones. McDermott outside. Back to Jones. Up and over Smith. That one doesn't drop. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. You know, for team owners, it often seems best not to take too active a role in basketball decisions. But, Grant, you're a team owner. How do you feel about this?
Well, it's a tough situation, B.A. Many of these owners have made tremendous amounts of money building their fortunes, of course, being very hands-on with their business. But basketball is a different kind of business. Success is not always linear. And sometimes as an owner, you're not an expert when it comes to this particular business. So it's interesting kind of being engaged, but not being too hands-on and letting your people do their job to the best that they can.
Jones with the block. And he's able to get it back. And yes, another basket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
On the wing, McDermott. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Doug McDermott, a solid teammate because he embraces whatever his team asks of him, and he's a consistent perimeter threat.
At the line for San Antonio, Doug McDermott. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. So he gets them both. Grant, when you see players make that leap from star to superstar, think about guys like Giannis and Jason Tatum. I mean, what is that step like? You did it.
Well, it's interesting. You know, you come into the league and you have success right away, but at some point, everything just clicks. It could be year 4, year 5, year 6, usually in that window where now you figure things out and now you take that next step and become elite. Now, BA, you know, I'm hoping that things start to click with me in my golf game. It's been about 4 or 5 years there, too.
Superstar status is not in the cards for you on the golf course, Grant.
Second personal foul.
Man, good whistle there.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Shooting for Minnesota, Smith taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's Wesley. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Pass to Knight. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it.
San Antonio ball.
The Spurs shooting just 35% from the floor. Here's Wesley. It's rebounded by Knight. Minnesota has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Pass to Rivers. Smith outside. And the rise of the internet has helped give players their own voice. But now with podcasts and other streams, Grant, they're also able to monetize their voice.
Yeah, players understand the value of their voice and also how to monetize that. Speaking directly to their fans, to their customers, using these different platforms. You know, I think broadcasters need, I think you and I need to have a podcast, BA.
For sure. Although we can't afford you, though.
That might be true.
Prince with the bucket.
Well, good job that time by Prince putting his muscle on display. Excellent work fending off the contact and capitalizing.
Spurs shooting around 53% in the fourth.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Timberwolves.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year.
And that'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
And this isn't one of those mini series either. I mean, this is a 4-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for the chosen one.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
Smith with it. Now McDermott defending to the paint. Prince with the bucket.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Here's Smith. And Minnesota again with a bucket.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Wesley, covered by Smith. Can they get it? The shot by Wesley, no good. The 17-footer. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W.
of the game.
To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. So long and good night, everyone.